Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Have eaten dinner. My apologies for the delay. I'm having trouble with OBS getting it to actually see the game. Looks like Colony Survival runs a little oddly. Not quite a full screen. Let's go ahead and see if it works properly. On stream. See if it works. Should. Hey, there we go. Hey, hopefully that comes through clear. Alright, so this is Colony Survival. Like I said when we were playing Spyro, that last bit of Spyro there, this game just had a big update, and I wanted to see what all we could look at here. So it plays, I'm sure immediately everyone's thoughts are, looks like Minecraft to me. Well, you're not entirely wrong. First thing we do is not find trees. We really don't care about trees at all, actually. They're just kind of obstacles in our way. The objective here, I'm going to find a neat place. We're heading up this hill so I can get a look at the surroundings. I want to find a neat place for us to start building our colony. Colony Survival, we immediately get to start building. I like that little, looks like there's little floodplains down there. Oh, that's neat. The torch now emits light when you hold it. Huh. There's, down there, there's a lake over there. Lake over there, hard to see behind the trees. Big mountain. That's tempting. Do you like the look of that, like, mesa over there? Plateau? Kind of surrounded by a river? I don't like the idea of that. Let's head in that direction. Unlimited stamina, unlimited sprint. The only resource the player has to worry about for themselves is health. And I believe, unless the game changed, there shouldn't be any enemies come nightfall unless we have a colony. So, we're all alone here. There's like little... That's neat. That's new part of world generation. Actually, is that dark leaves? Huh. Try to jump into a pile of leaves from high tower. That's a new little tooltip. I don't like it. Looks like the stream preview is still on the main menu. That's not a great sign. Oh, it looks like it's in fact stuck there. Okay, wonderful. Well, it's a good thing we haven't done anything yet because OBS is not functioning. Showing a... Oh, we're gonna do some we're gonna do some live troubleshooting here, ladies and gentlemen. To try and figure out why it doesn't want to show that. We switch it to this. See when the stream updates. Hey, that looks right in the preview. Okay. Looks like we're golden. So, not moving around. There we go. I see the stream preview. I'm moving around now. Okay. Excellent. So, you were able to hear me, but we just came from up there on that hill. We were looking around, and we're heading towards this, like, plateau right now. It's surrounded by this river. It looks like on all sides. Though on the way over here, I noticed that there's some berries here. We're going to go ahead and collect those, because that's something we actually need to get outside of our colony. Long story short, they're an excellent beginning starter food, essentially, for our colony. And we need the seeds, and to get the seeds, we gotta collect them ourselves. The colonists will occasionally create seeds when they're farming them, but we can get them immediately. This is a nice like flat area right here, or I think I'm gonna start on this flat area and go up there. So the colony expands over time, essentially. And essentially, this game is a wave-based survival game that is taken to its logical extreme when you add in something like base building, in that you hire people and have them do the work for you to do various things. Lots of berry bushes around here, which is nice. That means we're gonna have a good start on berry bushes at least. Oh yeah, I like this new world generation because nothing like this existed in the game. So I don't think. Well, I mean, like mountains exist. I don't think. Maybe I don't know. Honestly, the new world gen Not 100% sure this is new, but it certainly feels new. Make sure we got everything we need here. I think this hill is actually too big to start on. I think starting down there might make more sense. Well, yeah, we can always grow into it. I think I'll probably remove that topmost layer, actually, before I plant down the flag, so we have a little bit more space to work with. The player mine's decently fast in removing things, and until you get much later into the game, there's, I'd say probably the early mid-game, there is a way for your colonists to help you with destroying things. That's when you really, start to unlock progress in this game, is when you can have your colonists just dig out a 100 by 100 area for you to just build new farms on, essentially. The comparison to Minecraft, I'm sure, will come up more often than not with this game, but, because, I mean, look at it. But it is truly designed in a wave survival kind of thing. The player doesn't really do any crafting on their own. The player doesn't do much, honestly, other than exploring and management. You can fight the enemies, but it's not efficient for the player to do so. You should be doing other things with your time. And we're going to really test the whether or not the new patch has changed whether or not enemies spawn before you have a colony, because we're going to flatten this out, and it's going to easily take us into nighttime. At nighttime, I left this world on normal difficulty, so nighttime is when the enemies will arrive. And they will arrive. You'll notice that, also another example, unlike Minecraft, there's no animals of any type in this world. We can hear birds, but that's about it. And we'll get to animal farming a little bit later down the line, but I don't believe, unless the patch changes it, I don't believe there's actually, like, models of animals in the game. It's basically you, your colonists, and the enemies in this world, and that's about it. I don't think this game has any story or lore, like, at all, not even hidden lore. Not that I'm aware of. Oh, who knows, this patch may have changed that. And I haven't played this in over a year. I think I'm actually a couple patches behind. So, we're gonna really dig into the meat of this game, and we're gonna see what all has changed. I'm excited for it. I'm actually gonna pull out the torch so that it's a little easier to see. I see the stream preview is getting awfully dark. Very exciting, I know. Watching me go around in a square harvesting grass is, in fact, the most exciting gameplay ever, actually. I don't think any game has ever been invented that's more exciting than this right now. Like, Fortnite? Get that out of here. Call of Duty? Nah. Mass Effect? Never. World of Warcraft? Actually, this is probably a bit more exciting than World of Warcraft these days. No, but, yeah, there we go. I think that's a good place to start, although I am now concerned that it is nighttime, so let's go ahead and get these leaves off my property. Inventory is full. New items may be discarded. Okay, we're going to trash these leaves, dark leaves, and these temperate leaves. Trust me, we're going to get a lot more leaves as time goes on. Ooh, berries. Berries actually are a great thing to find more of. We're going to pull as much wood as possible while we're still here, waiting for the daytime. And as soon as daytime comes around, we'll pop up there. We'll do some colony management. It'll be easier to see things in the daytime. That's my rule of thumb. And also so that no enemies spawn in the middle of a night while we're getting things ready to go. I have no idea if the game would be cruel enough to do that on your first night, but it might. Because I know for a fact the game used to start you with a sling. So not actually make you have to deal with monsters on your first couple nights. So you research things. No active colonies, so I can't do anything. It's also very possible that the moment I place down the banner, which is this tool right here, we can't actually see if I do that because it's dark. That tool is what allows us to place a colony down, and it's possible that when we do place down a colony, it'll be like, hey, okay, you have a colony now, here's how you make weapons. Because you're going to need them. Much like in Minecraft, this does work. Actually, this, that, no. It's gotta be precise. Oh. Okay. So, and that's a really nice thing, actually. There's no quote-unquote leaf decay. It doesn't take time like it does in Minecraft. It just vanishes. Makes it nice and simple. Especially when you have colonists doing this. I'd say if we cut forward, like, for example, if I actually end up doing this as like a long-running series, cut forward like 3 videos from now, I will never cut down another tree unless it's in my way. I will have my colonists doing tree cutting if I need wood. Oh, that sounds like daybreak. The mosquitoes noise transitioned over to birds and crickets chirping, so I'm guessing it's daytime. Probably through it. Oh, that's kind of neat, actually. Are those little islands? No, those are shadows. Sorry, I thought those were little islands. I was like, well, I'm building in the wrong place. That's cool. But, I mean, I saw this hill, and I'm thinking immediately, okay, we're surrounded by water. We've got, at least on 2 sides, at least. And it's like, we got this hill here. This is a fort. This is a fort of forting time. Let's go ahead and... What are we going to call this? Dead After Dark is what we're going to call this. First time starter kit is used. Create colony. Boom, there we go. Colony is up. We're going to bounce over to this, and then there's the command tool, which we'll get into a little bit later. So, first things first. Oh, you can see in the top right there. Total meals, 20. Points, 0 out of 100. MO, 0, 0, and 0. And threat level is 0. So that's the threat level's new. Oh, up in the top left corner as well, we have Dead After Dark. Day 1, 4 a.m., it looks like. Beds, 0. Colonists, 0 out of 100. And unemployed, 0. So, first things first, we're going to get the command tool out. And we're going to start with a berry farmer. So, first thing we're going to do up here is we're going to make a farm. I'm going to put it, like, up here in the corner. I'm trying to remember. I know there's a... Let's see. Berry. The berries can't grow next to each other. So, for example, if we put this down, I'm pretty sure, like this, the farmer will plant the seeds in the middle, and you'll only get, like, 4, looks like, maybe? Well, 8. Every other one, so I want to say 3 because I feel like they wouldn't actually do it perfectly evenly. And max size is 48. I think max size is probably 50. No, interesting. Here's what the maximum size of this is: 7 by 1 by 6, 8 by 1. 9 by 5 is too big. Okay. Yeah, looks like 9 by 6 is probably the best size. I'm sure... Right-clicked. Okay. So we're going to get down a berry farmer, and we're going to summon in a banner tool. Do you do banner options after colony? Did after deleting the colony? No, I don't want to delete the colony. I think it's... Used to be a way to hire people from anywhere. Do you know how to put a banner to do it? But you know what? I need beds. We go to the inventory now. We should have the Tinker's table unlocked. And we also have some beds and some food and crates. So this is relatively simple. Essentially, we can get all this stuff off of our hotbar. And we just click this into the inventory, and it immediately goes by itself. I think. Yeah, there we go. Oh, we actually got a sapling as well, so we can actually do that as well. Got the torches down here, that's fine. And we're going to throw down a crate. Essentially, any job site needs a crate. Your colonists will go to the crate to drop off their goods and to get new ones. So, for example, the farmer will come here to get his new seeds. So, first things first, we need a bed. Although, log temper and stone rubble. Rubble. Okay, so it looks like we're going to need to mine at least a little bit of stone. So, I'm going to go over here. And before we get too deep into anything, I'm going to get a... Can I see the banner barrier? What the range is? Yes, I can. Okay. The banner goes to here right now. Probably want to put the mines down a little bit. Figure we'll wall off that area for the moment, and before we actually hire any colonists. Let's get down into the earth because we need to get some stone. And again, we're never gonna have to mine stone for terribly long. One of the first things I always do is I build a miner. That's, I mean, if you don't build a miner in this game, like, what are you doing? That out of the way. I like my stairs so I can actually, you know, go up and down without hitting my head on them. And we'll get like slabs and stuff like that to make doors a little bit nice, or make stairwells a little bit nicer later. But it looks like there we go, that's 30. And just to be clear, nope, this is hostile. So, for right now, I think that's hostile, yeah? Yeah, I believe that goes down too deep. Yeah, so we're gonna block this up real quick. I'm going to put a torch here to mark that. Ooh, there's torch ambient noise now. Neat. Because we have a threat of 0, I don't think any enemies are going to spawn if we take the extra night. So I didn't know that was a thing. That's going to be nice. So we can go ahead and make a tinker's table now. And I think we can make some items here. Not sure. So, for the record, an achievement just popped up. It says, craft isn't mine. It's for colonists. Excellent. Alright. Oh, here we go. So, to do that, we just go to colony now. Okay. So, we don't go to the bandit tool anymore. We go to colony. We're here. Manage job, manage owners, diplomacy. Yes, you can have PvP in this game. Player versus player. I don't know if the colonists will fight, but players certainly can. And you can kill other colonists. Amount of colonists recruit to fill all jobs. Total spear beds. 2 calls require a meal per day and a bed. Edit. Oh, we can change the difficulty here, so that's good. We can do what we want. Automatic recruit job on placement. No. Never. No notifications. Colony points. Yes, this is essentially a different level, like a different kind of research, and then there's research. Research requires researchers to do certain things. Yeah, we just need to get a research table up, and then that. I believe we can open this up to change. There we go. The amount of things people are making. So one of the first things we want to do, we want to have at least, I'd say, 3 slings in the stockpile at all times. You can see they are created with nothing. Sling bullets are created via stone rubble. We're going to go ahead and set, we need probably 350 of those in time, all times. A slinger guard. Where's a colonist to guard this position? Oh, interesting. At up to 12 blocks distance, sleeps during the day in stockpile. Okay. So right now we have it set so that in this difficulty, monsters will only come at night. So so we won't get any monsters at day. So we should just be able to ignore all day guards and only deal with night. Although we're still going to want a couple day guards because the enemies don't just drop dead when the day comes. So if they take some time to get to us, they will eventually get to us in the middle of the day. And if no one's manning the defenses, they'll just walk right in and kill people. Because one of the things is you have to have a clear path from the outside world to your banner. The game will not let you not have that. It will activate something called siege mode, which enemies won't be able to get to you, sure, but I believe it increases the amount of food your colony eats tenfold, which is unsustainable unless you are min-maxing like a mother trucker. Points, there we go, okay. Stockpile. Should be able to use this to tell them to make things like research tables. Stone tools. Select one of multiple groups of this specific worker. Oh, so you can have 5 different... Oh, that's a great adjustment. So, a while back, in the last version of the game I played, every tinkerer obeyed the same rules as all other tinkerers. Meaning, all tinkerers would work on planks. Whereas you could very easily have this set to be like, Tinkerer group number 1 only works on bullets, and then like Tinker group number 2 works on everything else. That makes a lot of sense. Also, these buttons over here are the crafting priority. Highest priority is the one with the multiple pluses. The more pluses, the higher priority, which you can combine that with the limits group, which that's new. I'm 99% sure that's new. It could be from a different patch, but it's new from when I last played. Yeah, adjusting limits, adjust them for all workers of this type with the same group. That's excellent. So this bench, we're going to say, is a group number 1, Tinkerer. And we'll probably play around with this a lot later. Needs a slim. Okay. Neat. And then we can break out the command tool again. We actually can't make guards. Hold up. There's no guards here. Forester, barley farm. We need to research guards? Hold on. Science. Miner. Pottery. Smelter. Wheat farming. Merchant's hub. Mud bricks. Water. Taylor archery. I mean, there's archery. Recipe unlocks day bow guard, day night guard. Yeah, that's made at. Oh, we have to make the guard positions. Oh, okay. So last time I played, it was just. Oh, we don't need that. It was just here in the command tool was guard, and to assign someone to that position, it required you to have a sling in your inventory. Now you craft a sling. No, wrong button again. Off that tool. So now you have to craft. Okay, so that's not telling someone to come guard this position. It's make guards. Okay, awesome. Then you know what? We can set that down to 2, so there's one for me if I die. And then at least once, there's always a. Let's go with 3 slinger guards. It just needs a sling, right? And a sling requires nothing. This requires stone. So you can see you need stone rubble to make the sling bullets, which is why one of the first things you will do is get a miner. That's probably why it's literally the first one there, so that you can see it. So we need 5 stone rubble in the stockpile, which we can add. It looks like we cannot. Yeah, we cannot craft stone bullets ourselves. You used to be able to do that. Okay. So the first thing we need is a farmer, so that he can feed everybody. A tinker, so he can tinker all the bullets and slings. And a miner, as quickly as we can. I'm going to have to provide mining for a little while, because obviously we don't have enough for that yet. And also a guard. Hopefully we can get all that done before we get the first set of enemies in. With that in mind, I'm going to plot out the perimeter of our little base here. And I'm going to think about building a moat. The first thing... Can we not mine while we can see still? Okay. So, simple way to do that, actually, is to just find the corners. Mark the corners. No. And we'll go to the next corner. It is a square, so we'll mark the corners as we go, essentially. Oh, yeah, this comes a good way down the hill. And we'll expand the banner as we go. It's like, right here. I understand it's a little dark right now. You just have to bear with me, unfortunately. So let's see if I can turn the brightness up. There does not appear to be a brightness setting, actually. Gameplay, general settings. Enable developer button. There. Oh, it looks like that's it. There's no light mode. All right, that's going to be annoying. But not much we can do. Okay, this is going to be a problem. This is a very large hill right here. I think we should just wall this off for now, just so it's a little easier for us to deal with. Because we don't have a ton of resources at the moment. We'll just trace this back this side. This corner will be easy to mark. Oh, I'm out of grass. Oh. Okay. So, now that we have that set, you know, this is the edge of our property, so we're going to, or this is outside our property, I should say. We're going to make it so that you cannot jump up this. Monsters cannot jump up a too wide, or a too tall gap. They can only jump one gap at a time. Player, obviously, can do more. So, this, for example, this right here is a... Although we can run across it, I'm pretty sure monsters cannot. They are not smart enough to do that. So their pathing will not let them function on that tier. We're just going to make a small trench right now. We're not going to do anything huge or massive or anything like that, because right now we are not interested in making it hard for us to expand later. Just keep in mind, we're going to expand past this point at some point, because this radius is going to expand. I believe it's actually right here. All points. Yeah, banner safe zone 35, 30 blocks. Next level, next one's 35, and you can see there's 14 levels for this. So we're going to get pretty sizable. So we don't want to make it impossible for us to expand later. But we also want to make sure none of that red zone is inside of our area. Because if it is, monsters will just spawn inside our base and come eat us. And we don't want that. And then once we get this set up, I will do a perimeter walk to make sure that we have the whole thing properly off. Just so it's not way. The actual, that's almost perfect. That leaf block down there is the edge of our colony, it looks like. Thankfully, we don't need water just yet. This block right here is the territory, right? Yeah. Boom. Okay. That way we know that side is ours. But worried about that at the moment. Yeah, in fact, I think you can see. We'll be able to see that a little bit easier in the daytime where the edge of our terrain was, as far as the underground area was concerned. This is a very steep cliffside. Probably would have been more effective to just climb it from the other direction, but I've never been one for doing things the easy way. Come on now. Who does things the easy way? It sounds like an easy way out. Get rid of all this. Nonsense. We don't need grass here. Pretty sure they can't jump on diagonals either, but you never know, that could have changed, so why not make it just extra safe, just to be sure. I will say, if you're starting this for the first time, make sure your colony is touching water. Very important. We'll get to why later, but make sure your colony is touching water, or at least will touch water within like 1 or 2 expansions, just because, trust me, water is important. But that said, it's also easiest if you're new to this game to start on a completely flat area. So don't do what I did and pick out this big hill. Pick somewhere that is genuinely completely flat. It'll be a lot easier for you to start once you're in a completely flat area. I believe if you travel far enough, there are also different biomes now as well. Those were there previously, but I never actually explored them beyond, like, surface value. Because they didn't really serve much purpose back last time I played this game. Also, getting all the extra dirt from this is actually going to be very useful in the long run. Although we're going to have to put some of it back so we can expand later. Alternatively, we can also just leave a hole there and just build over it. No one will know. No one will know. Promise. Unless you tell them. Don't tell them. We are actually getting close to being done with this. What a concept. I should, once it's done, there actually should be that pop-up. Like I said, siege mode should pop up and say, hey, you can't do that. Or you can, but we're going to punish you for it. Because obviously, if the whole point of this is to be like a wave-based survival, it'd be kind of pointless if the whole game was just like, oh yeah, you could just win by just digging a moat. That would be really stupid and boring. Speaking of which, speaking of moats, enemies absolutely can walk across the bottom of the water. They don't have oxygen, they will just walk across and kill you. So, important to know. Is this my marker? No, this is not my marker. My marker's over there. Literally right there. I can see it's a pillar of dirt. If any of you have been watching Spyro, you'll know my skills of observation are unmatched. Ladies and gentlemen. Off. And we could build a moat, we could make our wall taller. So, siege mode did not activate. That tells me that there is still a way for monsters to get up here. We need to find that, essentially. Essentially, if we can make any of these jumps, then so can the monsters. We need to figure out where that is coming from. Nope, that's not it. It might be because we don't have any colonists yet, but I'm going to double check just to make sure. I mean, I did say I was going to do a perimeter walk anyway, just to make sure. That. Oh, unless they changed it and now enemies are, like, able to jump or some shenanigans, which case I am very screwed, because I didn't read that. I did not read the patch notes. I read a little tiny bit of the patch notes, just enough to, like, wet the whistle, so to speak, and I'm like, alright, let's just jump into it. You know, if you watch my channel at all, you know I like finding stuff out as we go, so we're gonna find stuff out as we go. If you've got any pro tips or anything, like, feel free to let me know, but at the same time, no spoilers, please. See anything yet? Probably on that front edge. There were a couple spots that I already know of that I got distracted, essentially, and just started going forward. Alternatively, it is possible that until we have at least one colonist, siege mode won't turn on. It's very possible. It looks like that might be the case. So we're going to go ahead and get everything else set up so we can hire our first colonist. And if it says siege mode, we're going to plan out where our defenses are going to be for siege mode. I'm thinking in the end game, I think I want them to come up from this hill. Maybe the backside. I'm trying to think. What gives us the most natural advantage? Obviously, we need high ground, and we want good, solid angles. So, for example, this is not a bad spot, but keep in mind, if there's an enemy, like, right there, the slingers that are standing where I am standing right now won't be able to hit that because there's this hill right here in the way. Whereas if we put the slingers... I mean, this side's not bad, but keep in mind this is also going to expand. I'm thinking, actually, straight this way. Here's my logic here, right? We eventually want to expand down to that water or that water. We're going to expand to the water one way or another. To do that, I'm thinking this is pretty far away from the colony's banner, and we can bring it further out this way. And it continuously goes this way. We can clear cut all these trees quite easily. And then have them come in from this side of the river, the enemies, and they'll have to come up this hill. And this is a nice shallow grade hill where our slingers are going to be able to see them, or our guards are going to be able to see them the whole way up here. And then we put, however far we end up getting, probably, you know, over here somewhere, we'll put some proper guard towers. Probably like... wherever the colony ends up ending. I'm guessing it'll probably end up ending somewhere around where these trees are. Will be the final area of our colony. And then we'll have this be our entrance for right now. So for right now, we're going to do that, just so I remember where it is. And we're going to dig out... Well, not dig. We're going to create essentially a maze. If anyone's ever played a tower defense game, which this basically is a tower defense game, you would know that you create maze-like structures for enemies to follow so that they have to take the longest possible route to get to your base. So instead of walking straight up this side and going, boop, I'm in your base, we're going to dig out this hollow section. So they're going to eventually have to go up here and all the way around and take the longest, most circuitous route all the way to here. See how much longer that took? Even just that little tiny bit right there. And then we're going to erect guard towers like here and here, and they're just going to be wailing these guys the whole time out, and it'll be excellent. I mean to dig as we go to make sure that it's always, you know, make sure the maze is always prepared in case I miss a section, essentially. And then we'll bring it back around to this side. We don't need to do anything too extreme. This is night 1. I mean, this isn't even night 1 yet. Obviously, it's day 3, but, you know, we haven't started yet, so we don't want to go too extreme. And because this is outside of our colony, we can still build out here just fine, but the enemies will be able to spawn right here if they are able to. So we want some of this actually inside of our border as well. Also, when you fall down, just make sure you have a way to get out. Otherwise, it's annoying. I like to build tunnels underneath it for myself, because monsters will use the tunnels if it's efficient for them, but you can make it so the tunnels are only efficient for you, the player, who can jump higher than everybody else. And this way, we have a dedicated path that enemies have to walk up to us. can't jump up that. So this is the start of our maze right here, essentially. And also, of course, because you're the player, you can up like this, and you can just jump over it. And boom, now you're back at your base. However, like I said, remember, we want some of this inside the walls, so they, just in case they happen to spawn, like right here. They shouldn't, but just in case they do. I believe there's a barrier outside of your base. Like, it's not, like, as soon as they cross the line, they don't spawn here. I think they can, but it's very rare, essentially. Essentially, it just punishes you if you try and build outside your own area. However, we can place a little bit more here. We can bring this in and start plotting out a path in here. And have them take a turn immediately. And we can make walkways for our guards, something like this, where they'll be able to get to their guard towers without having to worry about the zombies that are down here. And the primary enemy is zombies, unless that changed. So, we're going to find out. Obviously, this is also still not deep enough. They can just walk over this, obviously. So, we're going to out. And yes, technically right now that means zombies can walk into our base from this direction, but if we do, as soon as we do that, there's no valid path in this area to the banner, so zombies will just ignore this path, unless there's a player here, because there are two things zombies will go after. Player and your banner. I think they'll go after colonists' beds as well, but that's more of a balancing thing. And again, we make sure that there's no way for them to get up here. Boom, there we go. Simple as that. Okay. Obviously, they can still get up, like, here. This creates a path here. I think we just fill this in. And because they also cannot drop down more than one block as well. So that makes it automatically so they can't get there. And then we will bring this back around to the front. So they have to go past both guard towers. I think that is more or less where we will leave that for the moment. Did I misclick that? No. So this will be where they can get into our base. And I'll mark that with a torch. So, that is the total path they'll have to do, because remember this drops down into an area they can't move through. The player can obviously do that, of course, but they cannot. So that's a invalid path for them, essentially. So they'll just ignore that little outcropping there. So they'll come in out there, wiggle around that path, and they'll come in, and this is where they get to eat. If they get to here, they get to eat my people. Congratulations, they win. However, let's get this out of my image now. Okay. Next thing's next. Guards, unless something has changed, do not need crates to access their supplies. They just have infinite ammo. That's why your ammo is listed up in the top right. Basically, the slinger bullets will be split into probably a third slot here. It'll say, like, ammo. Although maybe it'll go in consumables, but it'll probably go, like, ammo down here. I imagine ammo is important if it gets its own slot, essentially. And then from there, I think... Oh, actually, we get to just do this. We don't actually need a science man for that. We just do that. And that did not increase our threat, which is nice. So we can actually get a miner immediately. We do not need science, essentially. So at the beginning of the game, we are the scientist. I don't know if there's a proper scientist still later on in the game or not. I don't know. We will figure it out as we go. Or if the player is now the scientist, essentially. But you'll notice that this requires clay, which we don't have any of. This requires stone tools, which we cannot make. And this requires stone tools and a bed, which also we cannot make. Again, order a colonist work at the Tinker. They're the only ones who can do that. So we can see... Yeah, Tinker makes bed right there. And we're going to actually make probably 2 Tinkers right off the bat. Tinker 1 is going to do bullets as a low priority. What did I have bullets at 2? 350? 750. 350, they will do bullets. Slingers are going to do bullets as a high priority, and everything else is going to be low priority for them. Crafter number 1 is going to be our guard crafter, essentially. They'll do everything else, but they'll do it at a low priority, whereas the non-slinger will do it the other way around. Let's set it to 750. I think that sounds like a reasonable number. So that'll be 10 sling bullets per rubble. that's something that will be pretty easily done, I should say. Let's see. Yeah, made in Tinker's table. So we're gonna make sure we have Tinker number 2 is gonna make sure we have probably 10, 20, 15. I'd say 15 crates at any given time. 10 beds. This is just to start with, mind you. Gonna make sure we have enough tools to do whatever we want with. Tinker's table, we're good on that one. Oh, we have to make the miner job as well. That requires things now. Okay, good to know. So I think one of the first things you're gonna need to do is actually make a forester. Actually. So that does expand the things that we're gonna need right off the bat. So this one will be group 1. No tools. Always available, doesn't require items. And then oh, I can make tinker tables. I can do that. So we're going to need to put down a second tinker's table. And also, this is important. Does this inherit the rules from the first one? It does. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. We're going to have them do planks as a secondary priority from them. Beds will be first priority. Already go. And then planks are going to be... I think planks will be their top priority. Just so they don't get stuck on any crafting jobs. And we're going to set them to give us 400 planks at any given time. That's a lot of planks, mind you, but once we have that number of planks and we don't use them as quickly, it's going to take a while for that to actually go down. And we need planks for crates and beds and all kinds of things. And tinker tables. All the tinker tables require logs, but that's okay. We don't need logs. Miner job requires planks. So, next thing's next. Let's set up a spot for our forester. That's our area over there. I think right up here actually would be a decent spot for a forester. Forester is going to need a biggin. Vertical. Interesting. What is the size limit for forester? 100? Betting it's 100. Yep, it's 100. Okay. Okay, that hasn't changed then. So 20 is here. 5. Yeah, our forester will be in mortal peril during the night during the nighttime, but our forester won't be here during the night, so that's okay. And then we're just gonna clear out this spot right here. I'm gonna get some grass. I'm gonna place the crate right here so we can see where that is. Okay. Great. And we're going to fill this in for the forester. He can do his job properly. I do think we actually do need to change the forester's position a little bit because it's in the ground, not on the ground. So we're going to mark that out with torches for us. So there's a lot of prep work we got to do to get started here. But once we got the prep work done, it'll go a lot smoother. And that's essentially all the player's job is in this game is prep work. You want to make sure that your guys are set up and ready to go and ready to go, and operate without your input essentially for the rest of the game. Right there, and another torch here so we can mark it. Okay, and then this, yep, forester, add. Go, and that'll be the forester's position. So, given that it didn't tell us it needed to be tall, I'm guessing that's fine. Requires an axe and arable ground. That probably requires them to make, I imagine, stone tools, right? Probably requires stone tools, considering that's a basic thing. From there, okay, what else did we need? We got the 2 tinkerers. We're gonna have a berry farmer. We're going to have at least 2 guards, which we need to build watchtowers for the guards, and then the miners. Yep, miners we will tackle that as soon as the daytime rolls around, which I can actually hear the day right now. It sounds like it's daytime, either that or it's about to be nighttime. It's 2100 hours, so it's about to be nighttime. Okay, so first things first, guard towers. We need them to be able to get to their positions without being able to block up anything in the tower, and without them being able to see anything. 4 times volume of logs. Nice. We're going to do dirt here. We're going to essentially make a staircase It's control. Yeah, it's control to make sure you don't fall off blocks. You can build outwards. Okay, I think that's going to be high enough. So we want our guards to have a height advantage against the enemy. But we also don't want them to have vision problems. For example, if a guard is standing right here, they'll be able to see all that fine. They won't be able to see any enemies right there or in this area. And any guards right here won't be able to see any enemies right there. So having multiple paths up here is a bad idea, but having extended guard towers essentially along this is... I definitely want the two guards to be balanced, like the first two guards at least, to be balanced here. Honestly, we might only need one guard. We are on normal. Back in an old version of this game, I beat it on very hard. So we'll see how upscaled the threat is. It's the last time I played. Let me put it that way. And then we'll see. What are these here for? Oh, right. These are here to mark the forester, which I don't need anymore. I will try and actually keep the base semi-well lit so that you guys can see what's going on. Also, one thing to note, you can just place beds out in the open, and that counts. If you look in the top left, you can see beds. Now there's 4. I don't like doing that. I like to at least give them somewhere to live. So we're going to make essentially a little house on this end of the castle, quote-unquote. If you think of this like a medieval castle, this is going to be like our keep here at the backside. We're going to have our beds and all things like that. We're going to make... Right now, we're going to make something a little simple because we can't make planks anymore. The player used to be able to make planks, but they can't anymore. So we're going to go ahead and make sure we've got enough planks to do crafting. So we're going to start with some basic a dirt hovel, essentially. It's a dirt hovel, but it's our dirt hovel. We're going to have to go too large either, for that matter. It's going to be... One thing I do wish we had... I talked about this a lot with my friends when we played this back in the day, was a measuring tool. Like, you can pop open, like, Forester, and you can measure with that. But I wish there was just a measure for myself, which this is... This is 12. It gives us an interior space of 10, which is what I wanted. And then bring it out to... I think here. So we'll do this. Mark that right there. This out. And like I said, we're not going to go too crazy with the starter house, but we are going to make sure that our people at least have 4 walls and maybe a roof if they're lucky. Oh, hang on. Very important. If you make a mistake like that, always correct it immediately. Because you never know if you accidentally just place down another way for enemies to get into your base. Because if you did, well, you're screwed. Essentially. Oh, it's already daytime again. Look at that. See, you start playing this game, and time just flies away. It's already been 48 minutes. Good lord. Hard to rotate. Just because I make sure they have walls and a roof does not mean that they get any kind of privacy. This is upsetting to me. I'm very upset that there's one spot missing. Okay. I'd say there shouldn't be a center. It should be a 2-wide center. Even. Yep, that looks right. Okay. Again, you don't need to give your people 4 walls and a roof. You don't even need to give them a building. You can just slap them out in the middle of a field. That'll work. They don't mind. They're just happy. That's one of the nice things. They're just happy to not be zombie food. Which, I mean, really, like... Call some room. Get their shit, man. Like, oh, I didn't eat without I ate without a table. These guys don't even know what tables are. Other than work tables. We're gonna save the dirt for a while. Because the dirt actually is useful. Toss all that in there. Got a crate for the forester. We got a crate for the tinkers. I'm gonna put the tinkers somewhere specific. The farmer is right here. Yep. Okay, so we're going to put the tinkers... We're going to make like a crafting building on this side. That's fine. Right now, we're going to get the grass back out. We're going to make a small building for now. It'll expand massively later. We're going to tear it down and build a new one. I probably like 4 or 5 times, honestly, throughout this game. But for now, this will do. And you can decentralize your crafting. Essentially, all the crates connect to each other and your banner infinitely. So you don't have to worry about, like, you know, them going too far to get resources for their job. As long as they have access to a crate or the banner, they're good. We're going to throw this in here. I'm hesitant to remove both of these at once because I don't know what will happen with the permissions and jobs we set up. And essentially, you can do a couple things with. So consider this: your person's gonna be standing here, right? If you put a crate here, we're already gonna get a min-maxing, by the way. If you put a crate here, they have to walk here and then activate this. Whereas if you put this here, they will stand here, open it, turn around, and they'll just do this essentially. So they'll never actually move from their spot while as long as they're working. So to make this a little easier on us, what we're gonna do is we're gonna place the crate right here. Oh, not right there. Right. Hang on. You saw nothing? Oh, we're going to put the crate right there, exactly as intended. Put that tinker table's there. We're going to put this tinker table here. Go. This will be their nice open air tinkering station where they get to view the world as they're doing their tinkering. And this one's set to 1, and this one is set to 2. There we go. Okay, now we've got space for 2 tinkers, the farmer, the forester, the 2 guards up there. Although we can't place the guards down yet, we have to build them first. And then we're going to jump down into the mine shaft, which I put somewhere right there. And we're going to get this one figured out. We're going to figure out the depth of our mine shaft. So right here. Is it not like 1 block down, is it? Not gonna lie, it's hard to tell. Yes, unfortunately, the stone texture is blindingly bright when you have this equipped. Can't tell if that's clear or not. I think it just gets darker, right? Hang on, let's keep mining. That's deep stone right there. Oh, there's our first resource. We're actually we're just gonna mine it up. That's in our way. So, the reason I'd be hesitant to do that, by the way, normally, is these resources, when you mine them, you can see we got 1 clay and that block was destroyed. If we mine this, we get 1 other resource. If a colonist mines this, it lasts forever. It is infinite. You put a miner down on top of this ore block, it will last forever. So, with that, we're going to just move right along. Howdy, whoever's watching. Nice of you to pop in. We're playing some colony survival on the new patch. This is the first time I've played in, like, a year or two. About a year and a half, really. So, we're, and I didn't really play seriously before that since, a couple years ago. So, it's been a while. So, I'm checking out all the new stuff. We're going through and we're setting up a brand new colony from scratch, with a new patch. And, oh yeah, so here we go. You can see the clear division where it turns. Clear division where it turns. I genuinely can't see this. I don't know if I'm just dumb. I might just be dumb. Because it should be gone by now. There should be a marker line, essentially. We're going to keep going, just to check. Oh, shite. Alright, that's our first iron. This has got to be below the water line, right? So to speak. Can't still be down further, can it? Conveniently, there's lots of ore. When you do find an ore, there is a lot of it. So you can see, like, we've already found 2 patches right there. Essentially what I like to do is at every level where there's ore, I'll mine out. You can see this ore and this ore on the same level. So I'll mine out like a cavern in this area, which allows us to place down mines on that specific area. We're going to keep moving down until I see some kind of clear indicator as to our depth meter, essentially. I don't trust it yet. You can see it's taking longer and longer for us to mine. Okay, there we go. So all of this is safe, actually. All of this down to here is safe. So we're gonna put some dirt on this, so that no one needs to know that that's there. And don't worry about the infinite zombies that will spawn down there. I'm sure it's fine. So we're gonna get back up here, and our first ore patch was here. So we're gonna mine out a cavern up here, because we're going to want access to these resources. And you remember there was a clay here as well that we destroyed that on the way through. So we're going to have to find clay. And this ore is copper, by the way. We're going to have to find clay and copper on this level. Should be relatively easy to find. There's some clay right there. And there's some more clay. So we don't need a ton. In fact, This spot right here is actually perfect because we can put a single crate right here, and the miner we put on this clay, the miner we put on this copper will both be able to access that one crate. So that is perfect. And more conveniently, there's a reason I destroyed that one clay. We're going to put another miner here. We're not going to use copper at first, but we are going to use the clay and the stone at first. The first thing we're going to do is going to put a miner on this stone patch. When a miner is on an ore, much like the stone itself, or the stone, much like the ore, it is infinite. When we collect it, we get one rubble. The miners collect infinite stone, and they collect it much faster than we do, trust me. So, we're going to throw down a torch here so they got a little bit of light to work by, because I like my people. Some of my friends that play this game, not so much. You know who you are if you're listening to this. And we are going to make sure that our people have a nice little hideaway down here to get some work done. We're going to expand this out a little bit more, just because eventually we are going to want more of this. And you can see, like I said, there's plenty of these resources around. As long as you're not being silly with it, there's more ore than you'll ever use, basically. And we can't place down a mining job right now, and we are out of crates. Right then. So I think the first thing we need to do is we need to get up and we need to hire our people. Keep in mind that they are going to require meals. I think we're probably going to want, given that we need miners and guards, I'm going to make a second berry farm before we get started. Nope, not that one. Berry farmer. Oh, and then we're going to do another max size berry farm right. The way to judge that is to just go until it works, until it stops. And there we go. Now we have 2 berry farms, and then these guys are going to walk out of their farm or crafting area and just going to be berries. Might do another berry farm on this side at some point. Just so it's closer to the bed so they can get right to work in the morning. Although that's not super critical. Usually they're, like, pathing isn't that bad. And they use the most simplest path, like, finding ever. It's like, is there a straight line between me and my job? Yes, I'm going that way. And it's very simple. They will not phase through blocks or anything like that, but it's very simple. So, as soon as we get back around to daytime, we are going to start. Since we have the time, though, I'm going to grab this grass, and I'm going to... Actually, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to ditch all of this clay, iron, and stone into the colony inventory. As long as you're in the colony, opening your inventory opens up this, essentially. The colony. You can take stuff out no matter where you are. It doesn't matter. We're going to find our markers that we use to indicate that this is our wall. And we're going to build, essentially, another layer to our moat. We're going to build a wall on the inside. That way, we know for certain nothing can get in. I like to build my walls up so they're always the same height. Basically a big square. Which that does mean, like, on lower sections like that over there, you'll have a huge, towering wall of, you know... That's not a Great Wall of China, right? But we're going to... probably limit it a little bit. We're probably going to limit to about 3 high in each section, just so that we don't waste all of our blocks here. Because eventually, remember, we're going to expand, so this is all going to get torn down eventually anyway. We're just going to leave that leaf as part of the wall, because I am lazy. Don't worry, enemies cannot tear down the sections of your wall. Unless things have changed, enemies cannot interact with blocks in any way. So, that'll make doing this a lot easier. I'm just going to hold down control, because that makes this easier. We're out of blocks now. Okay, good. And later on, when we have all the blocks that we want to work with, or all the blocks that we want to work, that we can work with as much as we want, that's when we'll come back around and we'll build the Giga Wall, essentially. Although I'm going to put this up by 1, so it's obvious that this is the corner. Is 2 o'clock considered morning, really? Maybe 2 o'clock is just when monsters stop spawning. Pretty sure 2 o'clock is not considered morning by any reasonable person, but there's birds now. I'm gonna go a little loose on this side just to make sure that... Oh, we're actually out of grass there. Is there still hotkey to toggle a light? G. Yes, there we go. Okay. That way we can have a light even without having torches selected. Which should make it easier for you guys to see. And we're probably going to never turn that light off ever. Just because if I'm streaming it, I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. What a concept. Also myself, so I can come back and watch it later. Honestly, that's the main reason I stream these things, is so I can come back and watch it later. But, just because I am a giant narcissist like that. Ah, we cannot place on top of the torch. That's fine. We'll just put that there. There is falling damage in the game, so if you were to jump off of this and not land in that water, you will kill yourself. Congratulations. Although, I believe it's pretty mild for the player. I don't believe... Yeah, enemies do not suffer falling damage, I don't think. Again, unless that's changed. I reserve the right that basically any information I give could be wrong. Things could have changed very easily. Time span that I have not played the game. We're actually running out of dirt, so that's why I'm not doing a full three tall anymore. Just making sure that it's taller than the moat, essentially. Okay, actually, we are good to go. So let's go ahead and summon in all of... Fruit to fill all jobs, not beds. Important, all jobs, not bed. Total meals, 15. Threat level, still 0, interestingly enough. Is there a matter of... enemies won't show up at all for a while? And you can see, they all are up there, and they all immediately got to work. So proud of them. So proud of those boys. Although they don't have genders, so... Boiks? We're gonna call them boiks. There's probably a mod somewhere for this game that gives them, like, different skins. It's like each job has a gender, quote-unquote. Because each job does have a separate skin. They change colors. When you give them a specific job, they change colors. So, for example, you saw the berry farmer was the one we saw from down here, and it was a red individual. So, one thing we can do to test if siege mode is active is remove this one block. Oh, and this one. Ruh-roh, Scooby. It doesn't seem to have a problem with what we just did. Hi, you're the forester, I'm guessing. Yes. Oh, you already planted those saplings. Good God, man, you are efficient. Good job. I am slightly concerned that did not activate siege mode. I'll put that back, and I'm going to finish walling off this section just to make sure. Siege mode's gotta still be in the game, right? They wouldn't let you just wall off completely. Surely not. I'm actually going to mine this out real quick. That is a divot in the ground, essentially, but that'll complete our wall. And there we... Okay. It's possible because we have no threat. That might be why siege mode's not activating. Oh, you can see our ammo just went up to 40. We have bullets in inventory now. Yep, defense. I told you it would be under a different category. You didn't listen to me. You didn't believe me. No. There we go. We got the berries as well. Which also means, as a note, you're going to need to cook very quickly. Because someone's got to cook. Water gather. Yep, that's going to be important in the soon. Pot, earthenware, points. Basic merchant's hub. Wheat farming, smelter. We need a job that lets people cook things. Unlocks the wheat farmer. Tailor, porridge. Looks combining water and wheat into a new meal type. Excellent. Cook and fisherman. New sources of meals for your colonists. Meat, cooked fish, stove, raw fish. Does the berry farmer make the meals? The berry meals? I don't know. Also, we got another 18 berry seeds, so if we need more... The berries just went down. I'm working on... Oh, that guy's making slings, though. He's making tools. He's making slings. Good job, boys. Keep up the good work. Proud of you all. What? For right now, though, I want bullets to go down in priority so that you guys aren't spending all your time making bullets. Because I need slings, and I need the resources to actually make the guards sooner rather than later. Out of curiosity... Nope, okay. Did not appear in my inventory. Okay, let's see. Requires more clay, stone tools. pick up the stone tools and I can make a smelter I can unlock. Public technologies, merchants hub, mud. Yeah, so there's the quarter blocks we can use to make stuff. Make like slabs and stairs and stuff. Firewood, which is important stuff. Oh yeah, and there you go. You can see that's added to the inventory in the game, in the tool right there. Where does this guy work? Working on stone tools, looks like. And he's making our first slinger. Check that out. Making our first nighttime slinger guard. That is excellent. Ah, yeah. Did you see that? The berry farmer is the one who makes the meals. So once we get enough berries, the berry farmers make the meals. As long as we end today with 20 meals, we're good. I don't remember the math on how many of these things you actually need. So if you look, by the way, this is what I was talking about with the berry farm being inefficiently sized. There's this space right here and this space right here. So we can actually trim them down by one on those two sides, and we can get that space back, essentially. We might do that for this guy. Probably do that at night so that we don't interrupt his work, because we want him to keep working to the daytime. He shouldn't remove those things. Also, the tree farmer is not out of saplings, so I'm guessing he just can't plant these this close together. So we need to essentially rejigger the crafting areas so we can make sure it's being efficient. So you can see right here we need a space of 2 between each sapling, which means we need that one there. So we need a space on this side as well. So essentially, we need to double the width without and lower the length of this crafting area. As you can see, he's not even using this side. It's too close to this edge because he can't use it. So this is the farthest it will come from this edge. I think we'll probably have to go there. And then there. Right? That looks correct. So that'll be the new... we can do that in the middle of the day because the tree's not going to grow that quickly. So we need to make sure he's got the room here. And then we need to move this out as wide as it will go. It's one too long right there. Well, if we still need the space, we can do it right there. And I will remove it. But that... So I removed one sapling. You can see now he's put down another sapling, and another sapling. So we can see we are gaining space from that, even though I removed sections. Also, I'm going to grab a sling. I'm going to grab these nighttime slinger guards, because they are ready to go. I'm going to watch this area for tonight. Make sure that we don't have any zombies come in here and chew up my guys. Although, again, I think threat 0 means they're not going to show up at all. Oh, you know what? There's actually a help tool right now. This might actually be useful. Yep, banner tool is the center of your colony. I want to make sure this shows up on stream properly. Yeah, it does. Okay, good. Colonists require 1 meal per day, which, by the way, if you look, we now have 21 meals. We're going up, ladies and gentlemen. We have extra meals. Berry farmers fruit source with command tool pressing 1. Start raising beds. You have a craft tinker table. Cut down a tree by clicking on it. Dig down stone rubble. Yada yada yada. Unemployed colonists will automatically take this job. Yep, you know how that works. Workers go to tool crates to both gather ingredients, stockpile, and deliver crafted ingredient products to the stockpile. We're looking for threats, not looking for defend your colony at night. Unlocking some science will add threat. This is shown in the top. Recruiting extra colonists will add a threat at a slow pace after the first 25. As the threat level rises, more and stronger monsters will appear. Build walls and dig moats in the monster-free zone to protect the center of your colony. In the monster-free zone, or outside, and a little bit inside. Let's see. If you place jobs like farms in the monster zone outside of this, colonists will leave this area and go to their beds when the night starts. Yes, so you can place jobs outside of your colony. They just need to get back inside the walls before nighttime, or they'll die. Let's see. As when night starts, Tinker will produce item Night Slinger Guard, placed in your colony to recruit a slinger who works during the night. Progress in the tech tree to unlock new guards, traps, and the sacred failsafe, whatever the hell that is. That's new. Harvester and source blocks, creating a more complex job system. Most of the time, each harvester block needs about 10 source blocks. Harvester block describes desk recruits colonists to work there. The colonists will try to visit a nearby source block. We're basically just keeping an eye on the front and also eating it. Looks like until we get to 25, looks like we're going to be okay as far as threat goes. Because I'm not seeing any monsters. We should have monsters by now, basically. I imagine if you have the difficulty turned up, your threat level will go up immediately upon starting a colony, my guess. Let's see. Harvester block, like the scribe just recruits colonists work there. That colonist will try and visit a nearby source block. In this case, a filled scroll shell before crafting. Harvesters empty their source blocks, but source blocks automatically regenerate over time. The 1-to-10 ratio ensures a sustainable long-term balance. Okay, so for every harvester and source block. Okay. Let's see. Colony points and colonization. Yeah, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Does not go into specifics on threat. Is that an enemy? I also see... Can I still do this myself? Yep, you can still fire things yourself. Okay, that's good. Not super useful the majority of the time, but you never know. Aiding combos. You can make dirt now? No. Sorry, you didn't used to be able to make dirt, so getting dirt was a massive project. You would go and make other colonies just to mine huge swaths of dirt. That was something legitimately I did back in the day. Oh, no, that's amazing. Okay. That's awesome. Let's see. Manage jobs. Let's take a look at this just to see what it looks like. You can see we need 2 Night Slinger Guards. That's currently unfulfilled. Excellent, excellent. I say they appeared here, so I presume there'll be another one probably somewhere in, like, either be Essentials or there'll be, like, a Jobs tab that'll open up when they make the first miner. And you can see how little those 2 Tinkerers got done in the first day, so they clearly need to get their asses back to work. That's right. I'm watching you. It's watching. Do your jobs. Oh, you know what? I completely forgot. I have pumpkin tea. I'm going to go ahead and enjoy this nice sip of tea real quick. Lukewarm, because I forgot it was there. I got so excited I played for an hour without even drinking any tea. Yes, I'm drinking some pumpkin tea. Not pumpkin spice. Pumpkin tea. It's very fruity and flavorful. So you two got up. Alright, come on. Forester's up. You two, get up. Oi. Tinker, man. Thank you. Okay. So I need you two to get... Yes! Is that Slinger Guard? That's Slinger Guard. Okay. I must wait for them to create the... Durably left. 25%. Sure. Mining job requires planks. They're going to take a while to get to this. I'm going to put these down to 2. That one up to... I'm going to put crafting stations at 3, probably. And then crates will be 3, beds will be 3, planks will be their middle priority, because then their last priority will be slinger bullets. So they'll help make sling bullets during the day. Oh, right. He's got to get food. So see our meals go down in a second. No, it didn't. What's he doing? I don't know what he was doing. What are you doing? None of our consumables went. Unless they happened to make a meal at exactly the same time they took a meal. I know they need to take meals, obviously. They have to eat food. That's why there's food in the game. It'd be kind of pointless if they didn't have to eat the one resource that you have to expend, essentially. Not sure why they did that. They didn't seem to take a meal. Well, let's see if this has anything to say about it. Next. Berry farm directly. He'll need quite a lot of these. At the moment, we don't. Recruiting costs cause multiple meals. Yep. Click on the Tinker's table icon on the left. Craft it. The berry farm on play console. If there aren't any crates yet, the banner will function as one. You idiots. He's making a miner. Use science to unlock new job. A lot of jobs can or must use tools. Different tools have different costs. Their abilities, protection, speed bonuses. The Tinker automatically produces stone tools. Use science to unlock new jobs, items, and features. You open science pages. Dig down and place these on dark stone blocks. Yep, so we need to go place down the miner immediately so we can get infinite source of stone. Okay. And we don't have any crates here. So we want the miner job down. Yep, job blocks, right? Right here, like I said, they would be. We're probably going to want stone. More than one stone. I'm thinking we might want stone. Also going to be copper and that. Nope, okay. I think we want more than one miner right off the bat. For stone. So, because, I mean, stone is useful for sling bullets and also for us building stuff. So, oh, right, because I mined up that iron. I've got copper ore. Sorry. That was the first copper we... copper, again, that'll be useful a little bit later on. Also, we got using bear meals, and we have crates. Boom, crate. Okay, colony. 7 per bits, recruit 95 more colonists before reaching max population. Recruiting the next 5 colonists is free. Recruit to fill all jobs, please. So we got one more free colonist. I'm thinking berry farmer or copper ore. Maybe clay. Clay would also be useful just because I think there's science locked behind clay, right? Yeah, the science is locked behind clay, and I don't feel like mining out all that clay manually, because that ain't the point, especially when we get to mud bricks. Clay and firewood makes 4 mud bricks. Ooh, that is efficient. There go the miner boiks. What we're calling them, remember? Boiks. They're going down here. Hey, look at these guys mining some stone for us. You can see right now we've got 103 stone rubble. I think they'll mine a bit before they actually put it into the thing. Oh. It's going now. Where are you going? Did you come all the way down, mine 1 stone, and then you had to go up for food? Oh, wait, no, it's nighttime, apparently. Look, everyone's going... No, wait. Yeah, okay, they are going to the banner to get food. Everyone's coming to the banner to get food. That's fine. The miners aren't going to do a whole lot today. Although it looks like they're also getting tools. So they can't resupply their tools. Okay. So I understand what's happening. The Tinkerers were using normal tools, which is the no tools, essentially. Oh, it increases crafting speed. If I say only use stone tool? I think they just automatically use the highest tier tool. I don't think you can tell them what type of tool to use. No, it's mentioned tools. Tools from tools have different costs, durability, protection speed bonuses. The Tinker automatically produces stone tools. I don't think it says anything about... Yeah, it doesn't say anything about that specifically. Yeah, here we go. Heath's covered in purple. Just purple. And right now, if we go over to the barracks, we should see that there are 2 people asleep. Those will be our night guards. They will wake up shortly before nighttime, and they'll run over there to go work. Yep, see, these are our two valiant guards that are going to guard us through the night. We still have 0 threat. Interesting. So whatever science we've unlocked, none of it is contributing to hostilities yet, so to speak. I am curious when that's going to start. Actually it says right here, increase monster threat by 10. There we go. So the Merchant Hub is the first one that unlocks combat tech, essentially. Oh, man. We're going to need to start getting water immediately, I believe, because I think wheat will grow in importance as food over time. That is very true. So the first thing we unlock is gruel, and that takes wheat. And I believe forage is wheat and water. So we can go straight from gruel to forage, assuming this increases threat by 15. All right. Now, mind you, I don't know what the threat scale looks like. When I played, there wasn't a threat scale in the game, so we'll see what that looks like. Fire pit, follow-up technologies, sacred failsafe. Sacred failsafe, emergencies. Will it uses sacred points to eliminate monsters? So it's like a bomb that clears a wave. Neat. Treasure shop. Let's see. Receive their daily meals. If none are found, they'll visit the banner. There must be essentially the equivalent of a grocery or a grocer, but for tools. Wondering where that would be. Yeah, because they visit a grocery to get their daily meal, and it requires a grocer to work it as well. I think. I imagine it does. So at Job Block Crafter's Workbench. So we haven't even gotten to the Crafter's Workbench yet. So that's going to be a while, I think. But tool distribution. Ah, here we go. There is one. It's a grocery for tools. A place where colonists will go to take tools when used. If none are found, they'll go to the banner. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay, so that's why they're coming up here to get tools. They're going here to get tools. And this is our miner coming for the day. Like, yep, it is. And I'm guessing siege mode doesn't matter until we get the monsters. So that's gonna be fun. Until we unlock something that causes monsters to start showing up, there aren't gonna be any monsters. It used to be the first night you had your banner down, monsters would start immediately. So that's useful. Especially because, as you can see, we still only have 215 sling bullets. The guys are busy making all kinds of stuff right now. So, although one of them should be making slings and sling bullets pretty much exclusively at this point. Up to 12 blocks distance, sleeps during the day. So yeah, you can see. Oh, speaking of which, we probably want one slinger guard for the day. 1 day slinger guard, please. Again, remember, monsters don't die in the sunlight. At least they didn't used to. Which means we're going to want to put probably 1 day slinger right here in the center. And that will allow our guys to... These guys will be able to leave. And if there's any monsters like way over there that are still making their way to us, like let's say they spawn down that river down there and they have to walk all the way up here. And if it somehow takes them all the way till daytime to get here, that way they enter the maze and the day slinger goes, oh, hey, no, you don't get to enter the base freely. You die. Instead of them walking up here and immediately attacking the base. Because I believe they path to the banner or beds, whichever is closest to them. And if they get to the bed, they'll kill colonists in their sleep. And if they get to the banner, every time they hit the banner, it kills a colonist. If I remember correctly. Again, that could have changed. We'll find out when we get there. Because I'm sure, regardless of the fact that we're on normal, I'm sure we will inevitably fail. And if things are too easy, we'll bump up the difficulty. I'm not afraid of that. Like I said, when this game first released, I did beat it on very hard, so... Why is there no sapling right here? I am disturbed. Why is there no sapling right here? There should be a sapling. Let's give me these torches back. I'm gonna give him a little bit of light. Turn my light off so I can see where the light like hit. Turn my light back on for you guys. Okay. What do we need to do? I do love in the patch notes for this, in the like thing, they mentioned that they're going to put the game on discount so that people can buy it, which, by the way, if this looks interesting to you, you've never heard of this game before, go buy it. It's on discount right now. It's a great game. If you enjoy tower defense games, horde games, crafting games, survival games, you will enjoy it. Trust me. Maybe not if you enjoy, like, strictly, like, gritty survival games, like Don't Starve, for example. You might not enjoy this as much because of that, but you will enjoy it if you enjoy crafting, building. Building is a big one. You can make some excellent looking things at the end of this game. Because if you build stuff out in the world and there's no colonists there, monsters don't attack it. You just build stuff. Sorry, I just whacked my microphone. Hopefully you didn't hear that. Let's see. Where else can we go from here? I think... Got the miners down. Gonna want... Yeah, recruiting the next 1 colonist is free. There are 3 spare beds. Recruit 91. So we're going to throw down... I'm going to put a big old marker on this so that I stop losing it. Yep. Hoping we can do enough damage to itself to die. No, not actually. But I think we're going to want copper and clay pretty much immediately. So I think we're going to do 2 more miners' jobs. Here. And here. And then I think that'll be... should be people are waking up right about now, so we're going to recruit to fill all jobs. Hey, we got an achievement called A Small Tribe. Also, there are achievements now in this game, apparently. You know, I already got an achievement, but it didn't occur to me that there are achievements in this game now. Neat. Alright, everybody, file out. Get to your work. Also, I believe the 2 miners that we just hired will probably already be down there working because they appear at the banner, not at the beds. So, these guys are pathing their way over there. I'm gonna see if he plants a tree over here. Wow, he just insta-killed that tree. Good job, dude. Keep up the hard work. Miners. And he just chopped off the wood. He plants a tree. And then he goes off, finds the next tree, and does the job. Perfect. I think I got distracted earlier, but in the patch notes for the game, I only read like a little bit of the patch notes. I kind of skimmed them, but I read the first like intro blurb. They're putting it on sale, which is one of the things I mentioned. And because they're putting it on sale, they mentioned this is not an idle game. They said like if you're new to the game, this is not an idle game. You don't idle in this game. Why are our night guards still up there? I don't know how long they stay up there. Did they change that? They might have changed this. We might not need a day guard. We're still going to hire one. We might not need one. Colony and recruit. 1 bed done. That costs us 4 meals. We've got 7 coming in. This is our new day guard. He's going to go do his job. Good job, day guard. So it looks like there's overlap. Yeah, this was a thing before. There was overlap in the guard position, so they would get into position before the old ones. There we go. Because we just hired him, he didn't get into position quickly enough, but it's okay. I don't see any monsters out there, do you? So, moving right along. We've got rebels, billets, slings. I've got a sling and some bullets. I'm going to take... Looks like they stack to 50. Stack to 50, okay. I'm gonna take some for myself. We got logs, temperate coming in. This guy right here being a Giga Chad and cutting down trees in a single punch. Good job. Although it doesn't take some minute to organize all of it. So he just comes in, he just whacks the tree once, and it falls down, and then he's like, alright, I gotta pick this up. He plants his new sapling, and he should get back to work. But yeah, and that's, honestly, right now, that's the gist of the game. This just repeats over and over again, essentially, with more and more complex job types. Like, for example, if we go to science, we go way down here. Oh yeah, there's this wasn't good. Yeah, so you'll see we need to build all these things, like whatever we need to get for a prestige chest, whatever that is. Then all hope of war and proportion, ye who enter here. Prestige chests are necessary for prestige science. It's a stretch goal for enthusiastic colonies, so it's endgame stuff, I'm guessing. Yeah, 25,000 colony points are required to even start this research. Ability machine, cannon trap, grenade launchers, punch cards, science chest, luxury chest. I mean, there's literally cannons apparently. I'm just saying, like, and that's not like a black powder cannon. That looks like a modern tank cannon round. Precision parts, lead ingot, and nitrocellulose. Yeah, so obviously the technology tree is a little advanced later on in the game. I'm sorry, I want this. I'm excited. Okay. Oh, man. The end game technology used to be muskets, so I'm very excited about cannons, which also traps weren't a thing the last time I played this game. So that's going to be fun. Oh, there's the musket right there. Rope trap. Trap that freezes nearby monsters for 10 seconds. Passes over it. Beat. Oh, that increases threat by 25. The musket doesn't increase threat. Really? Archery does not increase threat. Oh, I see. So we need to unlock the anvil, which that does increase threat. Which, for that, we need the merchant's hub, which needs the smelter, which we have the smelter, so we can get the smelter up and running. And you'll notice we should be getting copper in the stockpile now. Yeah, so we got 13 copper. I only picked up, what, 1, maybe 2 copper before, so now we've got 13 of them. They're piling it up for us. The miners are doing their job. It'll be much more efficient when we can give them tools and meal stations down there in the underground so that they don't have to come back up to the banner to get their then that'll be Yuchi. Looks like we are going down on meals, so it looks like we're gonna need a farmer. I think I might fire one of the guards and have them be a berry farmer instead. And you can see we've got more berry seeds. So we're going to do berry farm. In fact, we're actually going to do 2 more berry farms, just because it never hurts to overkill him. Nope, can't do that. Can't put it inside the banner, that would be bad. Place down a crate. Okay. Unemployed -2. Oh, because the berry farms I just put down. Colony, manage jobs. Minor. I think we can bring this down by 1. And while we have no threat still, actually, let's get rid of one of the night guards and the day guard. And that way you guys can go and do that. And we'll refresh that. There we go. Now there's 2 berry farmers. You can see the night guard that was asleep immediately got up and would do this. And the day guard is coming down here. I think he'll go to the banner and switch colors. I think. Oh, wait. No. What? Just appeared out of nowhere. All right. I'm not keeping track of these people anymore. And then that should get us a meal, profit. That should significantly use up, because 2 of them were able to feed, what, 10? So 8 other people besides themselves. So 4. I'm sure someone could do the math on that. I don't really care enough to find out exactly how much food a berry farmer creates every single day. Is food not a... I swear food used to have, like, a nutrition value. And each person needed, like, a nutrition value, which made higher value foods better, essentially. It might still be that way, and it might just be, like, a loaf of bread counts as 2 food. Meal item. Colonists will eat 1 meal every day. Forage pot empty, 95%. Meal item every day. I mean, so... Ooh, order colonists to work here as a primitive cook at a fire pit. Oh, it unlocks the fire pit. We go to, like, cook. Cooked fish. The meal. Cooked meat. Raw meat. Meal item, colonist sweet meal. Ah, it looks like you see right there. Bread meal, 3. Yeah, 1 bread and 1 berry meal equals 3 bread meals. Okay, yeah, so that's how that works. Sacred bread meal. Sacred bread. Meal item, colonists will eat 1 meal every day. Receive 1 sacred points when colonists eat this meal. Okay, and it looks like it said that sacred failsafe thing, right? I'm assuming that's this. Use sacred points to kill monsters. So maybe you build it up over time, and then it does say failsafe. Maybe it's a... Yeah, maybe it's a thing where, like, if they get to the banner, it gets used automatically. I don't know. Or maybe you use it yourself when they get to the banner. Not sure yet. Stockpile, we've got 18 berry seeds remaining, which means we are golden on berries. Look at all these berries. These boiks in here sleeping the night away. Except for that one, who is over there, doing his job. Or her job. I don't know. Maybe I'll figure out, like, each of the guards or something. I don't know. Like, the important ones are guards, right? Like, this guy's always going to come back to work this exact same spot every single time. This one, I'm going to call you Steve. Steve, keep up the good work. Steve is the captain of the guard, of course. I think what we'll do is every time we upgrade technology, we'll remove Steve's block, and the first guard we put down will be Steve forever. Of each new type. And so Steve, the captain, gets the best technology. Look, I'm a writer. I write things mainly for D&D, but I write things, and I'm just gonna... I write stories and stuff like that, no matter what I'm playing, so... Unless it's a game that has its own story, like Spyro, for example. Like, Spyro won't make stories up, because I don't need to. The game does it for me. But, this is an open-ended sandbox. I'm gonna make up stories as much as I damn well please. So, Steve, our captain of the guard, he's on this. He's got this. Steve's a little bit overbringing of a name, but that's the first thing I thought of, so... Can't just change a man's name. It's his name. That way I can actually come in on that block. Oh. Yeah, perfect. Just still no siege mode? I'm confident that our walls are intact and there's no way up. I'm well aware of what I just did, but keep in mind, this was right here. You could just walk up from there. So, yeah, that's important. I just want to make sure there's no filter. Just to make dang sure that's not accessible. Okay, now if I put a block on here, Is that siege mode? I don't see anything popping up that says siege mode. I'm nervous now because I didn't notice that spot before. I went from very confident in our walls to not confident at all. You know what you need out of here. I fall in. Actually, this is a terrible idea. What am I doing? Just place a block right now because I shouldn't fall into this on the inside. On the outside, I can just run. That's fine. There's quite a gap when you're sprinting there. I'm nervous now. I don't know about that. But everybody eats 1 meal a day, so as long as we end with more than 5 meals, no one's woken up yet, so as long as we end today, day 8, with more than 5 meals, we'll be good. We're covered as far as everything. I'm going to throw down some more beds, because I believe, yep, they already made beds. Good job, boys. Weeks. Being in beds. There we go, it's perfect now. Well, that said. Now it's perfect. Hey, Forester's first one up. Good job, guys. Seize the day. Carpe diem and all that. Living conditions will improve as the colony's technology level increases, I promise. Talking to them. It will, actually. I like to make my living quarters look... I don't just cram them in. I do it first, because you kind of have to. But, you can see now we've got enough beds for 10 colonists, which we will use... Oh, Jesus. I saw that guy, and I thought he was a monster. Nope, he's just a miner heading off to work. Another good day in the mines, boys. Have fun. Forester. I feel like there's only one Forester. I feel like he should also have a name. Or she. Oofer. It's the name of a... Let's see if I can spell. Yeah, there's city chat. Oofer. See if that actually pops up on stream. Should, because it's part of the game, right? In theory. Maybe. Wow, the stream delay is very huge. Yep, there we go. It does pop up. Oh, there we go. Oofer. This one's Oofer. She is a character in one of my D&D games I'm running. She is a lumberjack. A lumberjack Goliath. Makes sense that she can cut down an entire tree in one freaking hit. Just whacks the whole tree apart and it's like, alright. Now I just gotta organize the inventory and all the bits that fell off the tree that I just exploded. You're still making pellets. It's fine. Okay. We're up to 6 meals, but people probably haven't all eaten yet today. In fact, there's people eating right now, which we're down to 4 now. Some of these berry farmers have got to make meals. I don't know what happens if colonists don't have meals. I think they just straight up die. I don't remember. I know they used to just straight up die. My tea is properly cold now. Excellent. The record, no, I don't actually like cold tea. I keep forgetting to drink it. There, and there's also a game right here. So, you know, game. Let's see. Okay, we're down to 1 meal. That's why we're standing here, by the way. We're watching for meals. Oh, and he picked up something great. Also, I mean, while we're sitting here, I guess I'll point out in the UI up there in the top right, you can see MO 429-0. That second number is the next type of MO. And when we unlock that weapon, it'll probably put a third 0 there, which will be the third type of weapon. Each weapon requires, you know, different types of ammo. You can't fire a rock out of a musket, for example. Or a bow, for example. Spoiler, bows are the next weapon, because we already saw archery. Big of a spoiler. Hey, we got 4 meals. We're from 1 to 4. Cold tea. I made it. I'm not going to just not drink it. But I could go warm it up and put honey in it. But that would require me to pause the stream. And I'm not doing that. Zero berries. Remember, we need to end the day with more than 5 meals in stock. As long as we end the day with more than 5 meals in stock, we're good. This is hard-hitting action, ladies and gentlemen. It is never-ending action. Pulse-pounding ratings right now, right here, in Colony Survival, watching men plant berries. It's very important. Look at these men. Look at them go. Planting their berries. They're dropping them off at the crates. Yeah, there's 11 whole berries. That guy, he's making a meal. Guys, we're up to 7 whole meals, actually. Someone over there was making meals and just dropped them off just a little while ago. I wasn't looking. So we know this guy's whole... So, the way colonists work, by the way, as a note, they do have an internal inventory. So this guy is carrying at least 1 meal right now. We know that. So when this guy next goes to that crate, our meal should go up by 1. Look, that guy in the distance is also making a meal right there. So he will have a meal in his inventory. And once his inventory fills up... Like, oh, nope, he's cooking another berry. Once his inventory fills up with berries... He'll drop off his 1 meal and berries he's got. Forester. Over here. You have your own crate. Go home. Drunk. Here comes... Oh, so that miner just grabbed a meal, so I went down from 7 to 6. As soon as this guy drops off his inventory, should see our meals go up. By at least 1. I don't know if this guy has more than 1 meal in his inventory. I imagine berries and bowl of berries doesn't take up a ton of space in his inventory. Oh, here we go. Boom. Meals went up by 1. And berries went up significantly. And he's actually making another meal because we've got enough berries. You see, actually, both those guys over there are working on planks right now. That's nice. He did not drop off. That miner's coming up to get a meal. Is it the forester's getting a meal as well? No, he's planting trees. Like, he's just idling. He's waiting for a tree to grow. Keep it up, Goofer. Hopefully we'll unlock signs or something. Signs? I want to unlock signs so I can write down people's... Astrolabe, a navigation tool that helps find biomes. Neat. Alarm bell, which will ring a bell when walked upon by a monster. So you can put that up at the front and be like, hey, idiot, something bad happened because a monster got close enough to trigger the bell. Makes sense? Which next thing we need to do, by the way, is we need to go over here, and I imagine they probably make it at this table right here, is, yep, splitting stumps and furnace smelters. Which requires stone rubble. These are jobs, so we're going to mark these as 3 instead of 2. So they get above the planks in terms of priority. Yep, off. Okay. Now I know about the tools thing. I kind of want to redo the banner, but at the same time, it's probably not worth it. Like, redo the position of everything in relation to the banner. Like, put the tinkers, like, right here, essentially, so they don't have to leave to get the thing. I'm trying to think how you could do that most efficiently in a large-scale workshop. Because it used to be that they didn't need tools, so they would just, you know, like I said, they would stand here, they'd work, drop off the thing, work, drop off the thing, work, drop the thing, and never leave until it was time for their meal. Which you'd then place a grocer, like, basically right outside, like, right where this berry bush is, essentially. Be like, hello, grocer here, and they give them food. Thinking, might still do the same thing just with tools, although I feel like the tools are going to go faster than... No, I don't know. I don't know. It says these last for a total of 1,500 seconds. How long is a day? Does it say? I highly doubt it's going to say how long a day is. I'm not going to say how long a day is. That's pointless for it. That's because we need to get up to the point of putting down this furnace in a splitting stump. So the splitting stump colonist turns firewood, or turns logs into firewood, which allows us to use the furnace. It used to be you could also make firewood in these. I imagine you can't anymore. No, you cannot. It was just more efficient to use the splitting tool, or the splitting stump. It was much faster. I'm thinking that needs stone tools minimum to work, so I think I'm going to put the splitting stump like here next to the banner, actually. Not in the way of anyone, I am going to put it up here. Probably only need one. Yeah, see, the tool still says a quicker way to split wood into firewood. Just now, there's actually no other way to do that. And furnace uses fuel to craft bronze and bricks. I'm only going to need one of them. I don't think I'm going to need 2 furnaces or have them. Because right now we're just interested in making clay bricks and a little bit of copper for tools and stuff like that. We're not interested in evolving to arrows immediately because stone is free. And as long as we can get away with it, because we don't even have any threat yet, as long as we can get away with using, you know what, this field that we can't use actually going to be perfect for this, for like the smelting area. Let's just mark out, yeah, it's right there. So if I drop the splitting stone right here, and the furnace right there, that leaves space to walk around them. And then I can drop a crate right in the middle of the two. Because they're going to need to walk away to get tools anyway, so whatever. I don't have to be super efficient. We're playing on normal. It's not going to be the end of the world if it takes them 3 whole seconds to do this. Also, as a note, we did end with 8 meals, which means we had a benefit of 3 meals, and that was only after the first day. So, right now we're gaining 3 meals a day. So we can afford to feed 2 additional colonists, and then 1 more, and we'll be breaking even. If we hire 3 colonists, we'll be breaking even. Which we need to hire at least 2 to make these. And the thing is, the ingots are going to be useless without... Yeah. Let's look at this. What else can they... Oh, they can make planks here. Oh, interesting. I'm guessing that's probably faster. Crafting time 40 seconds. Crafting time with stone tools 25 seconds. Interesting. Look, I can't set them to use different types. So this actually takes longer for them to make planks here. Let's do that as a minimal priority then. I don't think... Yeah, the Tinkerer can't make these, so we'll do that as a medium priority. This needs firewood. I don't think the Tinkerer can make torches, can. Nope, not on their list. So we'll do that as a medium. Basically, everything the Tinker can make is going to be a minimum priority, especially because the Tinker makes these faster. And then firewood's going to be a triple priority, because that is your job. Your job is to make firewood. First and foremost. Quarter blocks, we could use those eventually. Probably going to turn these down to 20 at first, just because I don't want them sitting here grinding those out all day. Wood flooring. Requires 2 planks, makes 8 flooring. Oh, or 4 flooring. Okay. And it looks different. Nice. Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be able to use that to make a nice looking building. I think once we get that, we're really going to build some stuff. It's going to be great. Oh, wow. Okay. Stone tools, copper tools, iron tools, bronze tools, steel tools. They can only use stone tools at the Tinker. Interesting. Okay. But here they can use up to steel. Oh, they have different things. 5.3. Is it always an upgrade? So 1x 100 seconds. 2x 1500. 4x 2000. 5.3x 4500. 6.1 500. 5000. And then 8x 10,000. So it's always a straight upgrade. So always go as high as possible. I can't like click these, tell them what to not use. Log wall. Crafting time 40 seconds. That's another one that can't be made elsewhere, so we're going to use that here. Although I don't think we want many log wall. I'll make one so that we can take a look at it and see what it looks like, so we can decide if we want to use it. Because that takes a full log for 3 walls, whereas a plank. Question actually. This makes 4 planks. The Tinker also makes 4. Tinker does also make 4 planks. Okay. Oh, you know what though? Eventually the woodcutter will be faster to make planks because he can use any tool, whereas the Tinker can only use stone tools. It's like same goes for the furnace, most likely. Although the furnace makes one thing at the moment, which you can see is copper ingots. But it needs copper ingots and firewood. And yeah, if you set it all the way up to the top, it goes infinite. We're going to tell them copper is a top priority. Clearly, it's more important than everything else in this list. Clearly. And then, yeah, that's that. Set that to 150. As that is your top priority. Although, to get that, we're going to need more. Firewood go from logs or from planks? Firewood comes from planks. That's important. Means these guys are going to have their job cut out for them making planks. I think I'm probably going to want another tinkerer sooner rather than later. And probably on group 2, not group 1. We can make a little bit of this right now. Just, again, we have no monsters threatening us at all right now. So that's a good start. Although we do want to move out to a better food source than berries as soon as possible. I wonder if wheat gruel is actually better than berry. Oh, also. We can actually place the wheat farmer down. Mud bricks. Bada bing, we got that done. Merchant's Hub. This will be the one that starts our monster threat properly. Although we're also going to start monster threat in 13 colonists. So 13 colonists or the Merchant Hub. Whatever comes first. Oh, and also we got the pottery done because we got one miner down there on the clay. So the pottery station. Where does a colonist work here? As a potter. A tinker. Water gatherer. Or a colonist work here as a water gatherer. I don't know what pottery is for. I mean, obviously they make pots. I presume, yeah, pot water needs pot empty. Earthenware pot. Yeah. Points needs earthenware. And points are these points. I presume it's these points, which allows us to upgrade our capacity, our health, useful stuff. Because we still have 0 out of 100 points. Yep. Just walk over the crafting station. It's fine. We're up to 600 sling bullets now. 4 furnaces? No, we don't. 4 furnaces. 2. Wheat gruel is made at the Tinkers? That's interesting. Water gatherer. These are crafting stations. I want them done at highest priority just because I want to be able to build them. Oh, he's working on that. Good job. I say because bullets are his highest priority, and I think he's not full on bullets. Why are you making those and not bullets? Are we out of stone? We are not even close to out of stone. Why are you not making bullets? Is there not your highest priority? Wait. What? Oh, no. Bullets are 2. Guard positions are 3. Nope, I want you making bullets first and foremost. Bullets first, everything else second. Okay. Sorry, I had to adjust my headset there for a moment. Okie dokie. Jeez. Goofer, you scare me sometimes, I swear. Hey. Writer. I know it's going to unlock signs. It's going to be these guys. Statistics board. Placed and used, it gives insight to the activity you're calling. Signs, though. Signs. Leather and parchment. Enters tape. Okay. Ah, yeah, there's the stonemason, which is all kinds of things. Merchant Hub is the only thing left we can research. Everything else we have to research the Merchant's Hub. So we can't get ahead of ourselves, essentially, and make stuff like gold. Or porridge or water pumping. We can do water gathering, but we can't do water pumping. So there's actually a solution to that, by the way. I had no intention of using water pumps when I made this. I'm going to show you a little trick. Not really a trick, it's just a mechanic of the game, essentially. When you mine out a block near water, the water will expand into it. So, if you're thinking what I'm thinking, then you already know what I'm thinking, which is, I'm going to dig a tunnel right about there-ish that comes all the way here to the water so that we can essentially gather water without ever having to leave our base. No, I'm a genius. You don't need to thank me now. However, we are going to do like this, essentially. So we're going to do a little bit of digging here. I know that I said, you know, once we unlock people, we're not going to really do much of this by ourselves, but I mean, we still got to do something. Like, I mean, we're doing significantly less than if we were playing Minecraft, let's be fair here. If we were playing Minecraft, we'd still be in the mines. This is, we would never come up with the mines from yet. We were like, we don't have enough iron yet. Gotta keep mining. I might play some Minecraft on this channel at some point. Lord knows I started with it back in the day. Yeah, not that I completed much back in the day. Other than Diablo. And Intrusion. Replacement. Now you can see we're actually on the copper and clay level, which means this tunnel should, in theory, run into our mine if we do it incorrectly. It's kind of what we want, but our mine's going to be there-ish, I think, probably. Also, we are not yet in the colony, so to speak. Although we are close enough to access the... That's fine. We're just going to make her. And then... Wait, are we in? Ah, we're in. We are under the base. So... our mine is going to be over there somewhere. So we're actually going to mine all the way clean through. Oh, we're actually on iron tier. Okay. There's no map or anything like that, so we're going to have to mine all the way clean through to the side. Clear on through to the other side. And this is extremely dangerous what I'm doing right now, but there's a way we're going to make this extremely safe. Trust me. Is that... No, we're still not all the way through. We want to make sure we're all the way through for a very important reason. Also, we're not in multiplayer. I believe in multiplayer you can see people's names through walls, which makes it really easy to do this if you have a friend to stand where you're going to do. Essentially, we're going to try and figure out exactly where we are, and we're not going to bother doing any math or anything like that that would make it easy. No, we're going to brute force it. So we know we're on the iron level of our area. Broken through yet? Looks like no. We're still on the inside. Oop, that's sling. Going. Keep on trucking along here. Basically, what we're going to do is once we get through to the other side of the colony, we're going to stop. Because that way we know for a fact that we're on the other side of the colony. We've got a tunnel that leads all the way underneath it. And then we're going to go to the inside of our mine. We're going to go down to the iron level, because remember we found that earlier. And we're going to cut a path backwards towards where we are now. Okay, this is copper and clay. Surely we're out of the colony by now. Hard to tell. Oh, you know what? No, because back there we were able to see the different color. So we know we're still colony. Ooh, this is easier stone to dig through. Nice. We might be making our way. Yep, right there. There's the line. So we're going to cover this up. Yes, thank you, fun. We're going to cover this up. Right here. Okay, now we know where that line is. Actually, you know what? There's something we should be doing. We don't have to do this the whole way, but it'll save us time in the future. Then we're going to go all the way back out. This will take a little bit, but that's alright. what we're here for, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to play games. And this is what we're doing. We're playing a game right now. I don't know if you know this, but this is in fact not real life. I'm in fact not removing square meters of stone by hand in real life in seconds. I am in fact not a block of TNT in real life. But I don't know what else would remove a block of stone like that instantaneously. A wizard would disintegrate, but again, that's not real life, is it? That's D&D. Also, it's a 10-foot cube. Anyway. So, if you're thinking ahead, then you should know what's going to happen here in a moment. Ah, there we go. Mining at uber speed now. So we're actually not going to do that right now. We're going to go back this way. A little bit of a tease for you. I know, I'm a terrible person. You don't have to remind me. Should... Oh, right there. That is... That actually... This is deep stone, right? Oh man, I'm so unconfident about that. No, yeah, because that's the normal stone right there. Okay. So this is inside the colony, because if we dig down, we should also see. Oh yeah, easily right there. You can see the difference. Okay. So, right here. Go. Alright. Now. Unleash the water. And that will go all the way over there. Actually, you know what? Come to think of it, there's actually something we need. Lock that back up. And it'll stop right there. There's something we need to do, because if we don't do this carefully, we actually can run the risk of flooding our entire mine. So we need to actually meet up with that path first, because we don't know exactly where it is. We just know it's somewhere on the iron level. So, although we actually could have done it much easier by going down there and counting our verticality, but we do not do that because we're idiots. Or more accurately, I am lazy. So we know it's about there-ish, or about here-ish. Oh, there we go. I managed to take damage. And we know it's on the iron level. So, from here, out. I'm going to dig in this direction until we run into the tunnel. And if we don't do this carefully, i.e. like this, before we add the water in, we would run the risk of essentially flooding whatever's down below us. And water is much harder to remove than it is to add. Let me put it that way. Oh, hey, look. There's the tunnel. Yeah, so for example, the water would come in right at this level, and we met up perfectly. So if we hadn't done this carefully, and we hadn't had blocks in our hand, which we don't, by the way, then we let the water in, and it immediately rushes down this tunnel, and while we're scrambling to get blocks, it runs this way, and now it floods the rest of our mine forever. So, instead, and that block over there, and that block over there prevents it from getting in here. Now, this block prevents it from going in there. And I'm going to put a couple more, just to be safe, so that I know everything is kosher. And now, our water gatherers will work down here. Perfect. Amongst all this iron, dig them a nice grassy path for their feet, so they don't have to deal with shenanigans. And because of that hole we made on our side, this area should flood without actually letting monsters into it, because monsters cannot swim. Unless that has changed, which we will find out when monsters come up from underground and kill all our people. That's very possible. Yeah, right there is our terrain. The water should flow this way, and then it'll stop at that grass. Or it won't stop, but we will stop it at that grass, and we will collect it from there. Essentially, our water gatherers are going to be underground miners. They they strike the earth and they mine for water, and that'll also go down. You can see right there, it's going down, so it'll cover that in as well. But it'll continue on this way, all the way to, well, to there, but to here is where we're going to actually use it. Which, once the water gets here, we'll actually be able to use it. And of course, once we have the water gather, man, that looks terrible on the compression on the stream preview. Mind you, that's also like a 144 window, so we'll see. Stream preview. Anyway, OBS looks great, so that's gonna be fun. We need some music playing. Is there music in this game? I just have it turned down, or there's no music. Interesting. All right, we need some like royalty-free music to play in the back of this stream when we're playing this. Boom, there's our water, and we'll place our water gatherers along here, and we can expand it as far that way and as far that way as we want. Boom, ladies and gentlemen, that's how you get water to your colony, even if you're really far away from river. Doesn't matter, it's infinite. I don't think monsters can swim. I'm pretty sure they can't, but just to be safe, we can also do this, and boom. Now there's no way for water to get back that way, and there's nothing here that prevents... I mean, like, this is a solid wall now. You can't get through this. So, we're safe. Unless they've added, like, mer people to the game, which would be a move. How are you guys doing? Where's the clay guy? He's getting food, you say? Sounds suspiciously like communism. Actually, think about it. This is absolutely a communist utopia. We actually... This is a world where communism works perfectly. I am the dictator, and I tell everyone what to do. I guess it's more like... It's not really... Is it feudal? I have all the resources, but I mean... Everyone is working for the betterment of society, because if any one of these blocks in the production chain fails, the guards don't get their food, the guards don't get their... Everything but the guards, essentially, produces resources. The guards do produce resource. They produce safety by killing the enemies, which, again, I haven't seen any of yet. So, that's fun. I am actually curious, because we can change difficulty anytime. If I jack the difficulty to very high. Still 0. Give it at normal. Interesting. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little scared now. Like, there's nothing going on right now. I'm a little afraid that it's gonna be, like, difficult. like that there's actually going to be difficulty in this mission, in this game. Let me get that Potter station. Oh, look at this real quick. Slap a pottery station down next to these guys. This will be like my outdoor crafting station. That'll be my tinker hut for now. Obviously, I will build more stuff later, but for now. What do you build? Earthenware. Pot. Empty. Pot empty. Needs 3 clay and planks. Earthenware pot and pot. Oh, this takes 3 pots of water and creates 3 empty pots. The pots don't get used up. Right. I was very confused for a moment there. I'm like, wow. Also, they can use no tools. Interesting. There's 2,000 seconds of use. Is that the same for everyone? So that's 4x 2000. This is 4x 2000. 4x 2000. Okay, so the tools are same for everybody and everything like that. Yeah. Step up, that's a quarter block. Interesting. Let's see, what else is there? What science have we done? Miner, pottery, smelter, wheat farming. We can unlock the wheat farmer, which is going to be a big one. Wheat farms, I believe the size for them is 10 by 10. 2 is like their maximum size. Yep, 10 by 10. Yeah, 10 by 10. Okay. Just wanted to make sure that hadn't changed. No, remove that. Want that there. Unemployed -3. Yeah, that's these 3 jobs right here. Okay, once we have that set up, we're going to have a potter, splitter, and a furnace worker. So we need those 3 jobs. Probably want to go with an extra tinker and an extra guard at that point. And then that'll unlock our ability to get the merchant's hub. Points. Needs copper ingot. 3 points for 1 copper ingot. Wasn't there something else that gave points for something else? Points. 7 for linen. Okay, so that's something we get points for anything. Okay. Merchant's hub. The merchant's hub unlocks the job block crafter's work. Okay, so the crafter's workbench unlocks from the merchant's hub. Why are there 2 different ones? Planks and copper, planks and copper. I don't follow why there's 2 of this. Job block crafter's workbench. Workbench. Oh. This is probably crafted at a different workbench because notice the time is different. 75 seconds, 40 seconds. I'm guessing one of these is probably the stump. One of them is probably the tinkerer, is my guess. Merchant's hub. Crafts 120 seconds. Leather, linen, gold ore. Gold ore. Yeah, so that allows you to mine gold ore from underground. It can also be found in ore beneath snowy mountains. Oh, we sell 12 points, get gold ore, and gold ore can also be found in ore under snowy mountains. So if we were to go over there and make an outpost over there, we could mine gold from the ground itself instead of having to buy it. Okay. That's our first like trade good that we have to purchase. Linen and leather both get from points as well. Didn't I see tanner? Worker who is vital in production of leather and later parchment. Must be unlocked. Leather needs skin. Skin comes from animal carcass. Animal carcass is going to come from somewhere. Which we get tanner after we get them. So we can buy leather at first and linen. We can buy these 3 things first. And animal carcass, we can buy it for 5 points. It's just like a square. Ah, yes. The mighty cube of Cubolo. I imagine we probably unlock, like, quote-unquote animal farming later. Special digger. Oh, that's the special digger. That's the digger what teaches us how to do stuff. It's great. Special digger areas for the construction work. I'm not sure what the difference between digger and special digger, actually. Oh well, we'll figure it out. Archery, you need an anvil for that, and anvil we get. So, once we get the merchant sub, that's pretty much our key to unlocking everything else. So, for that we just need 5 copper ingots, and remember for that we need to get 3 more colonists because we need to build these jobs, and this is or the firewood splitter is required for the fire for that. I believe we're still making exactly 3 meals a day, so let's go ahead and jump into the colony, and we are missing 3 jobs. Recruit to fill all jobs. And we still don't have anyone chucking away our food. Chunking away our food. I'm going to plant another berry farmer down the hill. This side. Wheat. Berry. Berry farmer. Corners. All right. And we'll toss a crate. Oh, that's how you set the berry farm. Okay. Berry farm right there. And we're going to get 1 more berry farm. Fruit. 4 meals and it costs 4. We're not going to get any more meals because we don't have enough. So we have to hire this guy. We could probably turn off the pottery bench. My first thought is we can turn off the pottery bench. Alternatively, these farmers should get to making meals throughout the remainder. And we're actually going to bring this out to here. terraforming like this is one of the reasons why I was so pumped to see that we can make dirt now. Because we are out of grass, ladies and gentlemen. And colony. Manage jobs. Otter. Oh. Fresh. There we go. He should be a farmer now. Yeah, there he goes. Off to go do his job. Look at this man. Getting right to work. I approve. That way I know for a fact we've got some meal income. 2 extra berry farmers. Because I don't want to lose any food. I don't want anyone dying. I guess I don't want to find out if starvation's a thing in this new update. So we're gonna just gonna make some food, and we're gonna be happy with that. And oh, okay. So, oh no, the berry farmer doesn't have a meal. He didn't get a meal. What does he get? Or did he get a meal? We now have 2 meals. Right on the line here, people. Right on the line. Ah, someone else has popped in. Welcome, welcome. Whoever's just joining us, this is Colony Survival. Oh, and he's gone. Excellent. Fantastic. I love the viewer count for the stream. It's actually, like, completely unstable, according to one of my friends, because he was like, I was watching the whole time, and said I had 0 viewers. So, I don't know. Who knows? I don't trust YouTube's analytics for schniggles. I don't trust for schniggles. Not for 1 shekel. Anyway. Okay. And he's making planks because we've got all the bullets we need. He's set to make 100 planks. I'm going to set you to make... And that should be the last thing you do. Oh no, we want you that on job 2. That way he's making planks and then he'll make... Crafting station stuff you should be on... That's that. That up to 10. Tools, put that up to... Yeah, it's up. Okay. That way we've got extra tools. Because I know the miners need tools. These guys need tools. The farmers, I don't think need... Did I access this? Right, there we go. Right click it with it. There is no tool for berry farms. That's good to know. Oh, man. I used to actually know the math for all the farms versus, like, how many colonists they feed. I don't know that information anymore. I don't know. That information is just gone in my head. I don't know anymore. Okay. I think... We got pot. We got 1 pot out of that guy before he, job was ended. I think we've got a water gatherer right now. Where's that in here? Wheat farther. Science. Water pumping. Where does a colonist work here as a water pump worker? Pottery. Water gatherer. Requires 2 pots empty, or is a colonist to work here as a water gatherer? Must be placed next to water to function. Okay. Requires 2 pots. That's why we didn't have any. Makes sense? Okay. This dude's making firewood. He's making copper ingots. How are we up in copper ingots? We got 9. About to make 10. Which is going to let us research. As soon as he drops that off. Boom. Drops it off. We got 9. We got 10 now. We can now research the merchant zone. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first thing that's going to increase our threat. I think. Oh, we only need 5. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's actually increase our threat level. Let's get some monsters in here. And I got an achievement called Rising Threat. Let's see what we're dealing with, because we are about to head into nighttime. This is perfect. I want to see what we're dealing with as far as normal difficulty 10 threat. Like, does 10 threat mean 10 zombies over the course of the whole night? Or does it mean something else? I don't know. We're going to find out. Also, actually, very important thing. Does that activate siege mode? I'm very concerned about the fact that it doesn't say siege mode, like, activated anywhere on the screen. Concerned about this. They're all going off to bed now. I imagine in about an hour's time after they leave to go to bed is when we'll start seeing monsters. Or are we not in siege mode? There's got to be another hole somewhere. All right, I'm going to grab some sling bullets, and I'm going to not man the walls, but I am going to man the town. Just to make sure there's no hole in the wall anywhere. Gonna come. Right on, right? Yeah, okay. Also, I fixed that, right? They can come in? Oh, they can come in. Gotta be monster. Oh, there we go. The music just changed. Or the ambient noise just changed. So, nighttime is 2100 hours. Okay. Let's see. Gotta be monsters out here. Come on. I don't trust this. Like, I understand it's like, hey, you just unlocked your first thing that gives you threat, right? That's probably not going to be terribly hard because normal is the default difficulty. We're probably going to have to increase the difficulty somewhat because I don't see a single freaking enemy. Like, not a single one. Unless I'm completely blind and they're coming in like a hole in the wall somewhere else. Not gonna go. Okay. Oh, nothing in the mine. We have not dug too greedily or too deeply. Possible they won't show up until the next night because this is the night we unlocked the threat, essentially. But we got the threat before nightfall, so I assume they would show up. Also, I'm literally sitting here waiting for, like, literally hundreds of zombies, because that's the way it used to be. The moment you put down your banner, it would be, like, probably the first night, probably 20 zombies a night at that point. Like, hello? Enemies? I think normal might also just be too low of a difficulty. Or 10 threat doesn't mean diddly squat. I'll give it another night before we bounce the difficulty up. This is ridiculous. I don't see a single enemy. Dang it. Oh, also, I never actually finished digging this out. It's daytime already? Gotta assume that it's because we just unlocked threat. That it's like, yeah, you're not ready to fight monsters yet. It's fine. I mean, nothing made it to the banner. I'm gonna guess that 0 that's underneath Emma, by the way. I'm guessing that's total number of kills from the guards. That's my guess, anyway. Actually, I'm very curious. Can we click on the guard spot to see, like, information about the guards? No, we can't. I was hoping we could see, like, number of number of sling bullets fired from this position. Number of enemies killed by this specific guard. Steve, our captain of the guard, he's doing a great job today. He's standing ever vigilant over the night. Steve, job. I'm very untrusting of this. Oh, I took damage. Again, remember, I'm someone who played back in quote unquote the hard days. I guess it really counts as the hard days if 10 threat means literally no enemies. Like, the barest minimum threat means no enemies. Like, what does that mean? Do I need 100 threat to spawn one zombie? Like, what do we need here? What's the next thing to research at this point? Would be like, I could unlock arrows by the time I get a single enemy. That's another 30 threat. The anvil's 30, okay? Tanner is 10. Forge is 15. Taylor is nothing. Water pumping is nothing, but I probably won't bother with the water pumping because we don't need it. It doesn't unlock any technology. It just uses up resources, and it's because it's from without water sources. So we have water sources. The problem, so we don't need that because we have dark magic. But I mean, to be fair, if you were like building over here in the mountains, you probably want some kind of water gathering that doesn't require you to build a giant tunnel. Well, I think we're going to have to leave researching anvil technology and all that stuff for next time, ladies and gentlemen, as it is officially time for me to stop streaming. So, actually, it's 17 minutes past time for me to stop streaming. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave this stream of Colony Survival here, and some of the OBS troubles earlier means that I no longer have a pause standby screen. It's just gone. So I'll have to figure that one out in between now and later. So the stream's just going to end at some point. It's just going to end. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, I have been Dead Videos. It has been a pleasure. Actually paused the game. Good to know. It has been a pleasure playing Colony Survival for you guys, and I will see you all next time. Till then, have a pleasant morning, afternoon, evening, and good night.